My name is Al Blacquiere. We've had our ground mount system in since it was physically installed January of 2023. Go live date was April of 2023. I had originally saw it on Facebook about people going to solar. So I just made a call to Sunny just to inquire about it, and one of the reps showed up, made an appointment and came out and discussed it with me, so it was great. I got quotes from different companies, and all companies were really good in what they were doing. Sunny came out, and I really liked the presentation that they gave because they gave a couple of different options. They gave different size options, what your offset, what you wanted to have, and where you wanted to go with it. So it was nice. Like, they gave the most option, and it was really easy to understand their presentation. Before we had solar, we were on, well, Maritime Electric Utility, as well as an oil-fired furnace. And I was just looking at it that the costs were going up every year. I actually keep track of everything that we use for utilities. So back in 2020, I could see what we had spent on oil and electricity, and we were looking at about probably just a little under $4,000 for both per year. Now in 2024, we didn't spend anything on oil because we made the transition to everything's pretty much electric. I still have the oil furnace here. In 2024, we were just a little over $4,000, and that was including the price of the panels as well, the panel payment. I think what made them stand out, again, I got quotes from other companies as well. It's just that Sunny was a little bit more, they gave the options, like the size of the systems. We have a 12.6 system. They gave options of a 10, they gave options of a 14 kilowatt system. It was just, all the options were there. Other companies, they came out and they quoted pretty much what I was using before, and they had the information there, but I just found Sunny gave a lot of information, and it was a lot of good information. A lot of questions were covered just in the presentations. It was pretty easy. I mean, Sunny, they did all the applications for the grants. I did the federal grant application on my own, which was fine. But Sunny, you know, they helped with the provincial grants, the work permits. I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. Everything was just looked after. All my electrical needs were evaluated, and they just came back and said, this is what you need, this is what you don't need, and I really like that. They didn't try to oversell me. I didn't feel. The installation happened in January of 2023, the physical installation of the panels. I felt bad for the guys that were doing it because it was cold, but they were great to deal with. I went out and I just watched them and just kind of interested in what they were doing, and they were great to talk to, and they explained everything they were doing. The installation happened in January, and it was over a little bit of a time frame. The go live went in April, but yeah, everything was great, and there was really no mess. It was fine that way. I think my estimate offset was about, I'm going to say it was about 110%. Currently, I'm at about 90 because after I put in the solar system, I decided that I would take out my, I shouldn't say take out, but I would put in a hot water heater, electric hot water heater. And then I also put in electric rads in the basement as well. And then we heat the rest of the house with heat pumps. Whereas before we were using the furnace for our hot water, domestic hot water. So yeah, I knew it was 110 was gonna give me some extra to be able to do that movement of the other utility stuff. So I would figure now we're still sitting at about 90% offset, especially with the price of electricity going the way it is. It's gone up 20% in the last 5 years. Like I mentioned a while ago, I keep a spreadsheet of every utility that we have, and whenever you take offsetting the oil costs that we don't have anymore and a little bit of added expense on the electrical side, yeah, my overall costs are down. And then if I look to the future, whenever my panels are paid out, then there's more savings again. Definitely. I keep on telling anybody that I know, if you're a young person that's just building a house, I would definitely put solar on it. Or if you're a person that's buying a new place or whatever, If you're getting into a situation where you have a mortgage and you can either factor that into your mortgage right from day one and eliminate a lot of your electrical costs, it's just, yeah, to me, it's a no-brainer. I would mention it to my kids if they were doing it. Well, everybody's got their opinions on solar, but I feel that you have a flat rate, you have a kind of a baseline cost, so it's a little easier for budgeting. With my wife and I, with the age that we're at now, and then you're kind of getting towards retirement, hopefully someday, that you like to have as many bills kind of looked after and know you have some fixed costs. Definitely, yeah. They were great to deal with. Anytime I had questions about whether it was my meters, how to read my meters, how to adjust the panels or anything like that, all I've done is just send an email off, and within very short time you get a response back. So yeah, they've been great. One word, I would say perfect.